What's up? Let's go talk over here real quick. On the street. All right. You're funny, man. You here for the story? All right, cool. I'll get started with it, I guess. But don't do that again. Basically about creativity. It's an aspect very near and dear to my heart as expression. Writing specifically is how I creatively express myself. We're also going to be talking about techno music, history, and very wonderful dreams coming to pass. Thankfully, I got to interview someone that y'all know as JMT. We got to know him as Josh. But I don't really like it over here, so I want to continue this conversation over here. My follower.
A lot of early experiences with music and
Yeah.
industry have happened.
Yeah, all of my big music like breakthroughs in my head all kind of happened here or tied back to being here.
Right on.
Yeah.
So growing up in this house, what were your parents' reaction to your inclination for music? Was it like, did they try and have you like pursue it, or was it kind of just like, what was it like?
My mom always knew that I was gonna be a music kid because she was a music woman. My dad was a DJ in the 90s. So both of them have heavy music backgrounds.
It's really amazing having parents that are some of your biggest influences also push you towards your dream like that.
She wasn't really big on me being like,
I'm gonna go and get a formal degree, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna get a 9 to 5.
she's like, it'll be there. It'll be there.
You said for a moment in time though that you kind of pivoted a little bit off of music. What made you solid in this isn't just really a phase for me?
Everything in my life kept going back to it. Elementary school, I got bullied a lot for like a couple of years, like 2nd grade to maybe 5th grade. And so when you're a child and you got angst, but you have music outlet, you go to music, you run to it. Liking videos on social media or like YouTube or whatever in the background music, and then it instantly turns into, oh, well, that song was made by, like my favorite group growing up was Slipknot. And so like I would fall in love with like the metal stuff and the harder stuff when I was a kid. And so, yeah, so like everything, no matter what I was doing, would just universally tie back to music. 10 years later,
Literally.
I'm glad it worked out.
You're on the way to movement.
Yeah.
How much time we have? Like 2-3 weeks? Growing up in Pontiac, were there any like key differences as far as like the music scene between Pontiac and Detroit? Like what really drew you to Detroit that ultimately molded you?
We had music, you know, like we had people that'll pass through here and make music, but usually most people like phase out. I would like gravitate to the grittiness, the rawness of like people that would make music in Detroit. Like a lot of my favorite producers and rappers, as I got older, I realized that they were from here, or like how big of an impact Detroit had on music. And I didn't realize that like that was the music that subconsciously was raising me.
It seems like you intend to keep your upbringing close to you. I was wondering, how would you describe your family in 3 words?
Funny. All of us like to laugh. I don't think there's ever a moment where all of us aren't together where we don't laugh. Like literally me and my mom was laughing about when I get interviewed at Movement, I'm gonna say something funny on the camera. The second word would be supportive. Like I've never seen my family fall out under the cracks for each other. Like even in the worst case of scenarios, like everybody, we're a village. Like I don't ever have to worry about like mom or dad or this or that being like beefed out. Like we all care immensely. So funny, supportive, and like creative. We're all very creative. Like, and I would like to say musically inclined. There is not one brittle musical bone in both sides of my family. Like every single side has a singer or a musician or someone that just like naturally is really good with music.
Does your family help you stay grounded in your values and like facing the pressure?
Yeah, because like the way that I was raised is like human first. You know, like my mom always raised me like a human. She never really raised me like shield me from the world. Like, of course you protect your kid, but she was never to be like, oh no, you don't go over there, because if you go over there, because I've never been over there, we don't know what will happen to you. Like, she was super big on like, go explore the unknown, dude.
I think we're going to move on to our next interviewee real quick though. Do you mind if you step out real quick and we take a turn?
Yeah.
All right. See you in a second.
My name is Sean Stewart, and I am JMT's mother.
Wow. Matriarch, basically?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's wonderful, yeah. That's wonderful. He's telling us that you have had a wonderful influence over his world and his artistry. And we wanted to know a little bit about him that he wasn't able to give us from you. What was your reaction when you found out that he was performing at a large stage like Movement?
Oh gosh, I was so excited. He knows I'm like his biggest cheerleader. Everything he does, even from when he was like a little kid with like the SoundCloud stuff and winning the talent show in his middle school and all those things, I get really excited. But I knew that he would do something great with music. You know, I just didn't know how far it would go.
I usually like to say a mother always knows.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
This
He's been around music all of his life before he was here. You know, he's been around music. When I was pregnant with him, I directed the choir at church. So he was like constantly around music, you know. When he was 2, he got his first drum set. And I had him, when he turned 3, I put him in Evola. That was the store. It was a piano store. And they had music class for toddlers. Everybody was like, you're gonna send him to a music class? And I'm like, yeah, but Josh was like fully communicating at 1. He could talk, you could understand him, you know. So yeah, I was like, yeah, let's do the music class. So
what's it like being his mom?
Like any other mom, I guess. I think I've always let him be his own person, you know.
That's important.
Yeah,
really important.
I let him be somewhat independent. You know, I've always been there to guide him, you know, but I kind of let him learn from his mistakes. You know, I think that's like the best teacher. Life is the best teacher.
My first gig was actually my mom's wedding during the pandemic. She wanted a DJ, but she didn't want to buy one because it was the pandemic. So you can't really like just outsource a DJ that was affordable. And I was like, I know how to play music. And then that's when I was starting to hang out and be around like high tech a little bit.
Okay, so this is like 2020, like winter, summer?
This is like 2021.
2021.
Yeah, 2021 going into 22. I had as 47 chops. I had as Bari. I was like, what controller do you use? And he was like, and I was like, cool, appreciate it. Didn't know what I purchased. It was like a $400 starter, you know, record box DJ thing. I did that. I did the wedding, like the after party type of thing, wedding. I had one uncle that came from out of town and he kept recommending this one song. And that's when I realized, oh, I'm not a laptop DJ. And then 2, I don't like getting song requests. So it worked out very well that I became a touring, travel, big room, big stage DJ. Yeah, and then I kept going.
And some of your early shows, that was around, was that more recently in the last like 3-4 years? Like, or like when did you really start getting into DJing?
First real gig to like DJ in front of people was in East Lansing, 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, about 3 years ago.
Yeah, and that set was gross. I hated it.
How was the crowd?
Bro, I played like, and this is how I knew I was a little bit ahead of my time. Okay. They mostly wanted rap. So like I connect my laptop to the Wi-Fi so I can like SoundCloud it and play like Future and all this other stuff. And then I threw in Bounce and Break Your Back. And I was like, I'll just test the water, see how they like it. They eating it up, right? I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna play another Ghettotech track. they kind of vibing. I can tell the energy's dying down. I get 3 tracks in. I turn it down, and I'm like, hey, y'all fucking with this Ghettotech shit. And everybody unanimous, like everybody in sync just go, no! And I was like, oh shit, I bet. And then I put on like Travis Scott or something, and everyone was like, yeah! And I was
Energy
like,
back up.
yeah, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm glad that I kept with the Ghettotech stuff and didn't get thrown off course. They didn't like Shrimp and Grits. I remember playing that. Like I played it, I was like, yo, this some exclusive shit that ain't dropped yet. I played Shrimp and Grits.
That's an opinion.
And like, they were like, it's cool. And like, that song is
Yeah.
like, it was like number 14 in like different countries and stuff.
They don't
like,
even know. And the
yeah,
streets
it was
is top,
charting.
right?
Yeah, it was charting internationally and everything. I was like, well, I'm glad I liked it.
Crowd reading is definitely a part of the struggles I feel of being a DJ. I'm not a DJ,
yeah.
obviously, but what would you say are some other struggles that you faced early on, whether with yourself or in your artistry?
The biggest struggle with being a DJ early on is just, do I like the music that I'm playing, and do the people around me like the music that's playing? Because like for me, I've always had a very big eclectic crate of music that I've enjoyed my entire life. Like from Slipknot when I was a kid to like old school hip hop like Nas, like that was like the first rap record. That and A Milli by Lil Wayne when I was like 3 and 4, where I was like, I think I really like rap. So like when I went to DJ early, it was kind of like, I don't think anybody is gonna like this because it's a bunch of stuff that's like on the B side of records. I'm not playing the pop hits. I'm not playing what's on the radio.
Right.
So like I had to get over the imposter, the imposter syndrome of like, people won't like what I'm playing. And then I had to learn, people like what you're playing because they show up to see you. And then as long as you keep that mentality of like, people like what I'm playing because I like what I'm playing, you randomly get to a point where like, you just get to enjoy the music.
I feel like starting as a DJ, I've never really messed around with any equipment, but I feel like creating the sound, like your own sound, can be a difficult process. What would you say about that?
Creating your own sound can be difficult because you have the, I tell a lot of young producers this all the time. My biggest advice, be okay with being a copycat.
Okay.
Like, it's perfectly fine. All of your biggest role models are copycats of somebody else. I was trying to be Tyler, the Creator, really bad for like my first 5 years. I'm a huge Tyler stan, right? Tyler is a huge stan of Pharrell.
Yes.
If you listen to anything to this day in his discography, that little 4 count in the beginning, that's a Pharrell thing. Be a copycat. It's perfectly fine. Because somewhere down the line, all the things that you like that make you your own unique human being will shine through. Like, I love chords. People don't, or like violins. I sneak them in my songs, but they're inspirations from Pharrell, Tyler, Stevie Wonder, Mike Jackson, all these people. So like, be a copycat, it's all right. And if nobody likes that you're a copycat, fuck them. You'll figure it out.
Right now, we're outside of Found Sound. We're just on the outskirts of Detroit in Ferndale. We also wanted to give a shout out to Ray at Found Sound for letting us film here. The whole point of this is to make sure that we honor our roots, pay homage, and you can't do that without starting to look at the history of DJing and where it came from, which was analog, which was vinyls. This is the important stuff. All of our grandparents kept them for a reason. We're just gonna give it a check out. Try and find some influences of JMT sound as well. Oh Lord, you know, uneven street rocks, but we gonna get it. We gonna get it. What's good,
Brother.
just hanging out here?
Yes.
This is not a bad spot. I think it's called Found Sound. We're gonna go inside and check it out. As far as early influences go, what are some genres that influenced you early on in your career?
A lot of new metal, a lot of rap, things like rock, a lot of more aggressive tones than like maybe what people would think when they associate it with Ghettotech or house.
Right.
So
I think that hardness is still seen though in a lot of your Ghettotech tracks.
yeah,
The influence is showing there. We actually wanted to see if we could find something maybe.
100%. There's for sure something. For sure something.
I was a big Gorillaz guy when I was a kid too, which is another group that like you wouldn't think techno house.
Facts.
This record in specific, the Iowa record, I personally think it's the heaviest record. In my opinion. Like the lead singer Corey Taylor and like everybody in the group, they were like just going through the worst in their life when they were making the record. Every lyric is just like it's not for the common ear, but like Slipknot was a huge influence. Mesmerized and Hypnotized are the two records that I keep going back to. Because like my mom bought me the Toxicity record. And when she bought it for me, my grandparents and everybody was like, why are you giving this kid like this anti-establishment album? She was like, he'll love it. And I did. But though that was my first one, it's the other two are more kind of politically driven, and I like it.
Pretty politically driven.
Very.
I think that techno in general comes from a place of politics.
Yeah,
so.
especially Rage Against the Machine, the Evil Empire album.
Yeah, plus you can't miss it. It's
Man.
Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine. It's got People of the Sun. Like, I know people talk about this album and they talk about Be It Now or Revolver or like Year of the Boomerang. But like People of the Sun in specific, if you go and listen to that second verse of People of the Sun, you'd be like, oh, we need to like sharpen up.
It's already happening, guys.
Yeah, People of the Sun. This is important. I dropped the name of Bad Religion in my movement interview. Man, like, my favorite Bad Religion album isn't up here. But this is my favorite cover from them. This one. How Could Hell Be Any Worse? And it's literally just LA.
I was gonna say.
Like,
That's good.
and they, on average, they used to DJ like 2-3 hours. Cause like, maybe I got 15 different versions of Parliament to get through. That's already an hour. I'm not just doing a Parliament set. I'm taking you on a journey. Like the vinyl was the acceptance for DJs to take you on a journey. I feel like we need to get back to that. And like, I be telling people all the time when it's a good record, like even though they just want to play it for a minute, like I'm the biggest advocate where I'll get behind the booth because I have that ability. And I'll be like, play the whole record. And they're like, what? And I'm like, play the whole fucking record. Play all 5-6 minutes of this Ghettotech song. They're like, bro, that's long. And I'm like, fucking wait till you get to 3 minutes. Let it ride, throw some effects in there, throw a drop or whatever. Let it get to that 3-minute mark. 3-minute mark comes around, people are locked in. People that weren't dancing are locked in. It's because vinyls and like shit like that, that groove is deep. Like the groove is deep. It's supposed to be deep like that for a minute. And like for a reason.
I need y'all. Some man, some other